John Disterdick. We're here at the inaugural Memorial Day run at Trinity College here in near Tampa, Florida. So it's just one of the many tens of thousands of running races around the country, and we're going to be interviewing people about running and what it's meant to their health and fitness and their quality of life and what their belief systems are. So stay tuned.
There are pretty incredible benefits from running, both from a physical standpoint and psychological benefits. There was over 55,000 adults between ages 18 and 100 that went into a study that showed that up to 45% less risk of dying from cardiovascular disease, and they had 3 additional years of life expectancy. And the psychological benefits come from endorphins. They call it, the runner's high. But there's just a lot of benefits. Improves the brain activity. It's pretty incredible in today's situation with all the mental problems that are going on. It increases the biogenesis of mitochondria in the brain cells. I don't know if any of you understand that stuff, but you can avoid depression. That's a big one in today's lifestyles. It helps prevent cancer, colon cancer, breast cancer, prostate, lung cancer. It can increase the survival rate of people who already have cancer. So that's another big one. We have to avoid arthritis. It's significant impact on the knees and joints when you run. Of course, I've experienced that, having bone on bone, and had both my knees replaced. But people who run usually have less risk of suffering from these conditions, and that was done with some 75,000 runners, so it's a pretty big study. It reduces the risk of osteoporosis. Millions of people get that around the world, and it shows that this helps increase the bone mineral density, which is avoid the lack of calcium.
How'd it feel?
It's always tough, but all the toxins are running through your system. Get rid of the bad stuff.
Yeah.
And just thank the Lord I can still do this stuff. 5K, around 30 minutes. I actually did one when I was 40 at 15:24.
Okay.
About double what I did 40 years ago.
Hey, you're doing it.
Anyway, we're here in, where are we?
We're
Trinity
here
College.
at Trinity College, yeah. In Florida.
Florida, near Tampa. We got some really great stories we're going to be filming.
Yeah, we do.
Stay tuned and learn, get motivated, and get involved with something.
That's right.
Well, we're here with Silky Sullivan. We're at the Trinity College at the inaugural Memorial Day 5K. And Silky's got an interesting story of how his whole life, really. So I want to let him tell us about how he got interested in running, what it's meant to his life, some of his spiritual beliefs, and just let him tell you that are watching this and be motivated to follow in his footsteps. So Silky, go ahead and tell us your story.
Well, I was born in Western New York in a strong Catholic community, and we were taught God Christian values. So all my values carried up into me till I started running. I used to be a fast-pitch softball pitcher and play basketball, undefeated teams, coaching and manage them. And then I had an industrial accident where I got hit in the head by 3 blades from an industrial fan in a hardening tunnel, 20 below zero. And I had a serina hemorrhage, a blood clog, and a detached retina on the blood clog in front of the detached retina. And it happened to be Skip Holiday, boiler man, was down there. It was 20 below zero where I was working. And he heard me, he pulled me out, or I would have died in 2 minutes. So that's where the spiritual thing started. God had Skip Holiday in that place at that time to save my life.
Wow.
And
yeah.
I seen the Lord. I seen the Lord at the time when I came back. I was disabled 6 months. Went back and got my college degree, and I started running. My first race I ran was St. Patrick's Day race in Buffalo. And
Remember the year?
1977.
Okay.
That was the first race I ran. And then I went to college, and I went off for the cross-country team my junior year. And I made the college team at age 34. I was the oldest one ever to make it. I finished in front of a lot of young high school kids that have scholarships. And they were saying, I can't believe the old guy finished in front of us, you know. That's where I started running. I just started running. And I guess the reason I run is because I've seen a lot of things going on in our society where a lot of people are losing their values. And when I run, I get to talk to a lot of people and talk about their problems and help them, because I overcome traumas myself, so I can relate to them. And it seems when you run, it's a relaxing thing. It's the most diversified sport there is. All ages, all races, all religions, everything, you know. And you know what? They're all relaxed. I never heard anybody curse all the time during running. And a lot of them have good values, everything, but a lot of people go through a lot of traumas, and a lot of times they don't want to talk about it. So I always give testimony of what I did in my life, so it opened them up. And then I started working with juvenile delinquents, the ones that come out of boot camp, the gang kids, the projects, and I re-entry with them and changed a lot. I had 72 cases, and I got 68 honorable discharges from the judge.
Great.
And everything. Wow. Then I worked in foster care, and I found homes for 32 kids that nobody wanted. Because I went in the project, and I talked to drug dealers and ex-convicts and hookers, and I found out one thing: a lot of people aren't really that bad. I found a lot of relatives to them. I found out they know a lot of people, yeah. You know? And I was the only one a white person in them areas. And they say, "You're not afraid to come down here?" I said, "Nope, the only person I fear is the Lord. I don't fear people on earth."
That's great.
And so, you know, I worked all my life helping people and everything, you know, and I found running is a great way to meet people, talk to people, and help people.
Do you mind what age are you now?
77.
77.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're a young 77, let me tell you.
I've run over 2,800 races.
Oh my God.
My word.
And they call me the legend of running in Florida now.
Oh.
But wherever I go, I've run 100 different cities in Florida.
God.
And why you run in different cities? Florida's a strange state. Every little city's a different little culture. And so you get to talk to people. You find the truth about things. It's like Sanford, when the black guy got killed by Zimmerman. I went up there and I won the Senior Grandmaster Championship, the oldest one there, because nobody ran the fourth race, the half marathon, and I got 5 points and nobody got none. I had 80 and all the other age groups had 75, so I was the overall winner in the whole Grand Prix, and I was the oldest one in the race. And everybody says, "How can you do that happen?" I said, "I don't know, the Lord, funny things happen when you believe in the Lord."
Yeah.
And you know, so I've been running all my life, and I think I've won over 2,000 awards, you know, but I don't even think about the awards. I just run at a certain pace because I like running and everything.
Yeah.
And talking to people, and Daytona I won 5 Senior Grandmaster Championships, got inducted in the Hall of Fame. In Gasper, all the 2 times I won the Senior Grandmaster military 2 times. I was shocked when they called my name off, you know.
Do you ever do the Senior Olympics?
I qualified for it one time in Cleveland, the 10K, but I didn't go.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, my grandfather and the chief of police, they graduated from high school together, and I lived in the core area. That's the poor area, all integrated, all races. It's very interesting because we all got along great, you know. We didn't have no problems, you know. The biggest problem is when people come up from the South. They back in the 40s and 50s, they weren't too nice. I remember a little black girl came up next door, and I asked her, "Would you like to go to a movie with me or go to a dance?" She says, "Oh no, if I get caught with a white man, they're going to get me." I said, "What are you talking about?" She's from South Carolina, you know. So I learned a lot when people come up from some real bad bigots from the South in the 40s and 50s.
What would you say to somebody sitting on their couch watching these shows and they're just a little intimidated about getting involved in an activity or a little fearful?
No, the thing is, in our society you have self-righteousness and righteousness. Self-righteousness is where you want everything in this world. You know, you want more cars, more grease, more money, you know. So then you probably sin more because you're breaking the 10 Commandments, stealing and lying and greedy. But righteousness is where you do something for God, helping people where you get nothing in return. Only God knows it, you know. Then, you know, and just enjoying it, you know, and
Do you do other things besides running that help you stay fit?
I lift weights 2 times a week. What I do is I go in the gym. There's like 40 machines. I lift every machine once within 2 hours.
Okay.
And I run 2 times a week, and I run a race once a week or 2 times a race and everything, you know.
Right.
And 4 times they told me I wasn't going to run anymore, and I made a comeback. This is my 4th time now. I had stem cell done to both my knees, and I just started back again.
Wow.
I don't believe things. You can go to the hospital. They said, "Oh, we got to replace your knee," you know, and everything like that. And I said, "Wait a minute. I'll let you know next week." So I run and I talked. I did 10 articles on running. And my favorite article is running on faith. I run by myself because I like to talk to the Lord and pray and do healing prayers for people I know that need.
Well, Silky, this has been great. We appreciate your...
I just love people, you know.
Yeah.
I just can't be mean to people. Everybody
Very
says,
obvious.
people say you got to be mean to them. They're no good. Let's see what happens in our society. People write other people off before they know what they went through.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I went to court, it took me 3 times going to the court to finally get that discharge and change around. And you know what? The judge, he liked me because I had integrity.
Yeah.
A lot of lawyers went to court, didn't have that.
Yeah,
I hate to say that, you know.
I hear you.
Yeah.
That's people forgot about integrity.
Well, thank you, Silky. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your story, and we'll look forward to hopefully a lot of other people will listen to it, get motivated, realize that there is some answers to life's questions, that the Lord is real. He's the way, the truth, and the life, and they can maintain that health and fitness like you have.
It's like the most read book in the world is the Bible.
Right.
People don't realize.
We want to thank you for watching RedefiningAging.us. I'm John Disterdick, your host. And our goal for the series is pretty simple. We just want to enhance the quality of people's lives. So if you know of an event that you think would be one for good for us to cover, please fill out the form on our website, and not only the event and what it is, where it is, when it is, and if there's a person you know that you think would be a good person for us to do a testimony on in some event, please let us know. And if you want a fuller description of my testimony, you can either go to johndisterdick.com and look under ministry, or you can go here at redefiningaging.us. We appreciate your viewership. God bless, and hope to see you on more shows.